Pain versus Pleasure Interviews. Episode 1, Freeceds. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to Pain versus Pleasure Interviews. This is going to be a new series on the channel, and I'm super happy to announce and welcome my first guest and first interviewee. I can't wait. We're going to be talking with none other than the one, the only, Freeceds! What's going on, man? Welcome to the show. I appreciate you wanting to hang out with me today.
What's going on, dude? I gotta say, that is the most enthusiastic intro I've ever been given. Can you, the next time I do a battle in the Packed Lunch Battle League, I need you to, come in before me and just be like,
I'll be the hype man? Yeah. Absolutely. It's that's from all of my years of watching wrestling and stuff, and just doing and coming down to the ring, the announcer voice stuff that you get.
Oh yeah. So. I need you to come in with the same energy of as God is my witness, he is broken in half.
Yeah.
One of those.
By God, he's broken in half. Oh man, that's so funny. Yeah, I do that shit way too much. You should see me when I do because I do VTuber related stuff on Twitch.
Yeah.
And so I do a podcast on there called Pain versus Pleasure VT Cast. So it's, I guess my brand is just Pain versus Pleasure at this point, aside from either Millennium Boomer and Falcon that I do on Twitch. But I mock up a script, and my intro is just I try to take little tidbits from their bios and stuff, and then I go and on the react with us today is, and then I just announcer voice the shit out of their name, and they're just
love that.
That's a lot. And I'm I'm sorry, I can tone it down. They're like, no, it's fine.
That's great. That's great.
So it's pretty sweet. And yeah, I want to just take time. Thank you guys for wanting to tune in and watch this. This has been something that I've had on the behind the scenes that I've been doing, and I'm super excited that I can talk with Freeceds. It's still unfathomable to me that he commented on my video, and he was like, pure serotonin, hit me up with that interview idea, and I was like, what? Okay, yeah, I guess. So this was it's going to be a dream come true. And basically what Pain versus Pleasure is, I'll give a little thing about it here, as I want to talk to content creators, not only just nerdcore artists. I mean, probably most of the nerdcore artists, because I'm just so ingrained in that community, and I already do a podcast for VTubers on Twitch, so I don't have to worry about doing that on my YouTube channel. But I want to talk to content creators and talk about their pains and pleasures of content creation, because I'm still small, but even though I kind of know what I'm doing, it's definitely great to get other perspectives as to what they've been doing and what kind of stuff they've run into. And I love free stuff, and it's just cool to start doing this and get his reactions and stuff on how his pains and pleasures of doing YouTube, because YouTube has changed over the many years, and it's the quote unquote best and worst it's ever been right now. So it's it's interesting. So, but yeah, thank you, Freeceds, for anyone that doesn't know, and I'm sure I don't know why you wouldn't know, but you want to give a little introduction to who you are and what's going on?
Sure. I'm a nerdcore rapper, the one that's not Schwabity or Rustage or Daddy Fast Snaps or Dreaded Yasuke or Emily Joshua and I'm definitely not Zach Boucher, although increasingly in my comments I'm getting there.
What do you mean you're not Breton boy? Shut up.
But yeah, I've been lucky enough to sort of become part of the nerdcore community over the past year and a half or so, and sort of become if not a staple, at least sort of a mainstay. And,
yeah. Well, I mean, you've been on multiple ciphers now. I know you've been doing a lot of stuff with Schwabity and everything like that. Sure. So it's cool to see, the quote unquote veterans of the nerdcore community are letting everyone in and wanting to do it. It's a very it is community driven. Like that's the thing. Like you're all artists, you're all musical artists. Yeah, there's there's YouTube rappers, there's whatever, but like you guys have this special niche about it. It's nerdcore. It's anime or video game rap. So what
For sure. The
it's go ahead.
the thing the thing that I think makes nerdcore really special is that, I mean, if you talk to like pretty much any of the top people in the genre,
Yeah.
like you ask them like who do you want to work with, like who do you want to be friends with, and it's always about like it's always about the like the skill, the style. It's two things. It's like if you have skill, like if you're making good product, um, and if that sounds like a drug thing, if you're like making good music, and and you're like easy to get along with, like that's all you need. Like
Yeah.
they're not like nobody is solely just looking for like people who have enormous followings to like advance their their own status. It's like
The quote unquote clout chasers of YouTube and everything. And it's
that's
God.
far less in nerdcore. I mean, it exists because that kind of stuff exists everywhere, but
Yeah.
like by and large, it's just not the deal. Like people who work in this sort of sphere in this community, like by and large, just want to make music about things that they like with other people who want to do the same thing and have a similar
Absolutely.
vision. So that's I mean, like why I really love it.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, so like, what got you? It's clear you're a lover of anime and video games and stuff like that, and but what pushed you towards going into like nerdcore aside from like not doing just regular like YouTube rap or just music in general?
Yeah, so it was kind of a in some ways almost just like a straight path that I look back and realize like I never really like chose to go this route. It was just like the natural progression. So like
Oh, that's cool.
when I first I mean like when I first got into rap, it was probably through like epic rap battles or something like that. I think a lot of us like
Oh my god, epic rap
we
battles.
grew up like on YouTube and
Yeah, I
yeah,
love
got
that
into
shit.
and then like it wasn't until later on that I got into like actual hip hop, like started learning the history, discovered my favorite side of hip hop, which is like old school stuff like Biggie, Nas, like
Yeah, yep.
those are my main influences now. Not what I started with. And then like when I was like it would have been 14, like
Oh
13,
wow. Okay.
14, I got into the like pony rap scene, like back when My Little Pony Friendship is Magic was like enormous, and
Oh
like the
yeah.
pony scene was just coming up. Um, and it was actually at that time Rustage was just coming on the scene, but he wasn't called Rustage back then. He was going by Pipsqueak, and
Wow,
he
I didn't know that. That's something I didn't know. Oh wow.
yeah
Hey, I'm
he
getting a
was
history lesson. Let's go.
yeah he was this just 13-year-old kid, right?
Yeah.
And he had just started rapping. He was like kind of coming up on the pony music scene, and I heard about him on a podcast I listened to, and I got really into his stuff, and I got really into like some of the other artists in that scene.
Mhm.
And then so when I started making music online, it was mostly like in that scene, that's sort of like what we call like the horse music scene.
Okay.
Um, and then like after like a few years of doing that off and on, I started doing some other stuff. A lot of the music that I made, if it wasn't that, was just like what I realized now was like nerdcore.
Mhm.
And then I got into some other artists that were like considered nerdcore, like Kabuto the Python, Schaefer the Dark Lord, Beefy, like people like that, Mega Ran, MC Frontalot, MC Chris, MC Lars, like etc. Um, and so when I started my current YouTube channel, year and a half ago, by then I was super into like the idea of nerdcore, but
Okay.
I didn't really know like the anime rap scene outside of pretty much Rustage and Schwabity. Because
Okay.
Rustage, I've been following him since, like I said, since he was 13,
Yeah. Oh
since I
wow.
was 14.
Nice.
He had 300 subs at the time.
Oh
And
my
like,
god. Now he's
yeah,
almost at 1 million.
yeah,
Jeez.
yeah, it's crazy. But so it was actually yeah, that first like year, those first few months really after like getting on on YouTube starting this new channel that I met like a lot of the people that I know now and that I'm like working with now. So at that time, I didn't even really know that like nerdcore had sort of shifted into being mostly anime focused these days.
Oh,
Because
okay.
my nerdcore influences were still like doing raps about like old movies, some video games. Beefy has a song just about pinball. Like it's
Okay.
Shaver the Dark Lord has his stuff is mostly original concepts,
Oh,
but it
okay.
falls into like nerdcore slash horrorcore.
Yeah,
Um,
it's so funny, like, because like I listen to hip hop, I listen to rap, I listen to everything. Like I'm so eclectic in my tastes when it comes to that stuff. So like just falling into this nerdcore community and loving it so much because like there's like I say, like I have people that'll come in and watch my streams when I'm doing like the live reactions, and they're like, "Oh, I don't like nerdcore." And I'm like, You don't like the song that's playing right now. There is something for you. Trust me, you just have to find it."
for sure. That's why I hesitate to call nerdcore a genre, and like you'll hear Shwabadi say this too. Like it's it's not so much a genre as it is like it is kind of a category,
Mhm.
but it's not one style of music.
Yeah.
It's like it's music that is influenced by the same kind of sphere of things that would be considered nerdy, you know, whether it's anime, video games. Um Used to be there were a lot of songs about like science and stuff. Not as much
Oh,
anymore.
yeah. Okay.
Or like MC Lars, he pioneered the lit hop movement, which is like he's got a ton of songs about like or like Flow Like Poe, a song like that. It's about Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, okay.
Um, he's got he's got like a bunch of songs that are like about specific authors or books, and there's other artists that do the same thing.
Oh, okay. I
Um,
didn't know that.
yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
like
have to do.
the
I'm gonna
kind
have to
of
do deep
yeah,
diving here. Wow.
for sure. I
Because
mean,
like
that's the
I
side of
was.
nerdcore that like kind of exists separate from the YouTube scene. Sorry,
Oh,
give me
okay.
like 10 seconds. My
No,
cat is dying to be let out of this
you're
room.
you're good. You're good. Take your time. No worries.
Okay, we're good.
Let me out. So my cat does that too. Well, I have to close my door just enough that it doesn't like latch because my cat will push the door open, kind of like the
Yep.
Kool-Aid man, be like, "Blah!" And I'm like, "Why?
Yeah.
Why do you have to be so rough?" And he just looks at me like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Just get out of here. Go lay down." But yeah, like
Uh,
I'm gonna have to go look at that stuff, and I mean I'm sure like people back then, at least, like in the nerdcore thing was, like you said, was the epic rap battles of history and stuff like that. So like to see that they're still doing it and them being like in the realm of this over encompassing thing of the nerdcore sphere, where now it's just more focused on like anime rap, and I think it's because anime has become so much more mainstream and everyone kind of watches it, that it's like easier to make a rap about it. And I've heard like Schwabity, I've seen you say it, I've seen Rustage say it. Divide and Fable are two big ones as well that say like, it is, yes, it's nerdcore, but it's original music almost. Yeah, you're using
yeah,
references, but
for
like
sure.
I'm sure people like misunderstand, like they oh, they're just rapping about the characters and stuff. Well, yes and no. Like you have to take it outside of like the AMV and like listen to it. And yes, you'll maybe hear the references of like Deku or whatever, but they're still talking about like something they've done or an experience they've
Yeah,
had.
for sure. Like I think, yeah, I that is definitely a philosophy that I've brought to my music from day one.
Yeah.
Um like even back so the first like sort of like collective like project that I did on my channel was I did 4 songs about the show Final Space, which is kind of gaining more traction. It's not crazy popular yet, but it moved to Adult Swim and it's been getting a little bit more popular. But it's this like it's just this animated sci-fi show, has like a ton of heart, and it's got sort of a cult following, but a really like passionate fan base, and which I
Nice.
was part of and still am. Um, but so I did 4 songs about it, and the first one was called um, Ventrexian Heart, and like that was one of those songs that I realized like the song is about the show,
Mhm.
but the like the emotions in it, like sort of like the very like human sentiments expressed in it are universal. Like I try to it was then that I think I realized that like it's good to make songs that anybody could listen to, like whether or not they've seen the show. I think it's cool, like if you've seen the show and you know the references, especially with rap, you've got bars,
Yep.
and you want people to know your references. Like that's universal to hip hop. That's not just nerdcore. Like
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
rap in general is full of references.
Yep. Hmm.
I think more so than any other genre. Um, but like, and which is why I think sometimes it can seem dated. Like if you listen to hip
Yeah,
hop
yeah.
from the '90s, they're referencing stuff that just doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Where there's like,
I would
yeah,
love to
like
see
popular
someone do.
celebrities or
Yeah, I would love to see like
things like that.
a nerdcore rap, but like in the genre of like the '90s, and
Yeah,
like I guaranteed the kiddies nowadays would be like, I don't know what that means, and I'd be sitting there getting all the references like, these are bars you don't understand.
I mean, it's funny because that sort of exists in the sense that like there was nerdcore in the '90s,
Yeah.
like especially in the late '90s. Like I said, folks like MC Front a lot, and I don't remember when Whitey Crackers started
Oh, okay.
uploading, um, but like there's a lot of stuff from then that's like very like late '90s, early 2000s referential, and like yeah, just the stuff that does not exist anymore. A lot of like physical media and things like that. Um,
It's so
but
funny.
yeah, no, it would be funny. It would be funny to do like an anime rap that's like it's like just about like '90s anime
Oh yeah, there you go.
from the perspective of like not knowing about newer stuff yet. So it'd be like, sort of the perspective of like it's so great here in the '90s with all this anime.
Oh, that'd be really cool. Like to do like almost like a cipher esque kind of
Yeah,
track.
'90s anime cipher, '90s anime
Oh,
cipher could kind of hit.
yeah, that would be cool. Like, because you already
Yeah.
have people that have done like I know like I've seen Chi Chi. She's done like the verses for Sailor Moon and stuff like that, and then
Mhm.
all the older like stuff like that. I've seen people do bars for Cowboy Bebop and the Sharpshooter cipher and everything. I think
Yeah.
that's where that was. It might be.
Yeah,
Um,
I think some of those early 2000s animes get added to the list as well because they
yeah.
really are. Because I think Bebop is
Is it?
Bebop '90s or is it Bebop and Shampoo are kind of right on that line. I want to say
Yeah.
they
Let
might
me.
go as recent as like 2006 or something.
We're doing it live.
But
Cowboy.
either way, they very much belong in that wheelhouse. Hajime no Ippo, I think, or is that newer as well? Those are two
1990.
that I
Bebop was 1998.
'98. Okay, okay. So then
Yeah.
Shampoo was after that. Is that right? So Shampoo might have been early
Samurai
2000s,
Champloo.
and then Hajime no Ippo might have been after that.
Yeah, Champloo was 2005. Yeah, so but
Okay,
it's like
okay.
on that cusp. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
okay,
You
okay.
got it. I mean, you got to put those together.
What?
But Sailor Moon for sure.
I get this thing on my Google search. It's like Samurai Champloo versus Cowboy Bebop. Huh? What? Why?
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
They're the same studio, so
Oh yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Duh. That's so funny. But yeah. Oh, that's an idea. Hell yeah! Get that going. Let's do that. Let's do it.
I've been saying
90s.
like, this is the year. This is the year that I want to finally start doing some ciphers. So
Hell yeah, that'd be awesome.
just get those wheels turning right now.
But I've definitely seen you on like you want to do your like you want to produce
Mhm.
your own ciphers. I've seen you on
Yeah,
ciphers, but you want to do your own.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I didn't want to like. I think some people have an approach where they're just like, okay, ciphers get a lot of views. Let me just pump out a bunch of ciphers. And like,
I was gonna
if you can
ask.
do
Yeah.
that, like, cool. Like, if you can do that and if you can do it well, more power to you.
Yeah.
I'm kind of with Schwabity where like maybe not as extreme as his view, where he thinks like most ciphers are a waste of time. I think like I think that ciphers are worth doing well, and I don't want to do a cipher unless I'm proud of every verse on it, which is, I mean, that's tough. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's hard enough
absolutely.
to like do a collab with like one or two other people, and get that all solid. Because like, first of all, it's just tough to being somebody like me, and I think a lot of other sort of like nerds on the internet is like we've got anxiety. It is not. It is
Yeah.
not easy to get a verse from somebody that is not good, and then tell them, "Hey, this is not good."
Yeah,
At the
exactly.
beginning.
It's like,
Um,
I mean, even
yeah.
when you reached out to me on YouTube with the comment and said, "Hey, reach out to me on Twitter." We're like you said, we're all nerds. We all suffer
We've all
from
got anxiety.
anxiety and like, especially for someone like me. I'm sitting at the 300 subs mark here at almost 3K, and it's like,
Meaningless numbers.
yeah, it's like I don't know. And then my brain's like, hey, you're gonna talk to him and you're gonna make a fool of yourself, and we all get it, and it sucks. But
Yeah,
on the
we all
on
get it.
the on the side of like content creation or reaching out to people that you want to collab with. Now, granted, I'm not gonna be going and trying to reach out to fucking Jacksepticeye anytime soon. He's a guy that I definitely want to get on the podcast. Stuff like that. Two of my biggest like inspirations in like doing content creation are Dan and Aaron from Game Grumps. I still watch them. Um,
I'm a
but
big Dan fan, especially.
yeah, I love Dan. Ninja Sex Party and everything that he's done is
Yeah.
so great. I get that a lot from everybody.
Unironically, Danny, Don't You Know is like one of my top favorite songs.
Oh, absolutely. I was I showing this the other day? Yeah, I was showing this the other day on stream. I'll show this in the video here, but I actually pre-ordered their The Prophecy.
Oh,
and I have
signed
it
as well?
and I have it signed. Yeah, I was one of the
That's
first few people to get
incredible.
it. And then like they have, what is this? Oh yeah, if you got the signed copy and like pre-ordered it, you also got this like goofy weird pin too.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's super dope. But like, yeah, I love Danny's stuff. I love just Ninja Sex Party. Nid Starbomb's good too. Like Aaron like can rap, which is kind of cool. Like I could only imagine if like you guys could get Aaron to do something with you guys at one point. he's
Yo,
but
I
he's
wonder
always
what it would take to get Aaron on like a cipher.
message him on Cameo. Yo, like you got to do this.
Who do you think could do it? I think that
I
think either Rustage could pull it
was
off.
gonna say I think Rustage might be able to get to him.
I think I'm trying to think what exactly the pipeline is. Who talks to who talks to who?
Yeah.
Somebody in Nerdcore surely knows
Aaron.
Aaron.
Yeah, well
he's
from Cali.
It might be
So like he might be around. Like I know. Like
NLJ out that way? I don't remember.
I think NLJ's out that way. I think I want to say Frivolous is off in like Washington somewhere.
Is she? Okay.
So
okay.
like
we got some folks on the West Coast.
they could reach out to him and be like, yo, get on a cipher.
Where's Nate Wants to Battle? I feel like Nate Wants to Battle might be there.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
I don't know him, unfortunately. So I don't know.
Nate Wants to Battle. Oh, yeah, he definitely knows Nate because they did songs together. Nate had him do a collab for was it the Linkin Park song cover that he did?
Right.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. There we go. So we just gotta
figure out who knows Nate Wants to Battle.
There you go. Absolutely. Well, clearly, I can almost guarantee NLJ probably knows Nate. I would imagine.
There we go. Got it. Okay.
NLJ just like knows everybody.
I do know NLJ, so I'll talk to NLJ.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Joshua just knows everybody.
With the pipeline to Nate.
Yo, can you talk to Aaron Hansen? Why? I want to get him on a cipher. Oh my god, that's so funny. Like, it'd be so out of left field, but I think it would just make so much sense. Kind of like how like Rustage every now and again gets Nux to do stuff. Like, he's another big one. Like, I want to talk to Nux as well, the disembodied voice on the internet. That somehow now is a VTuber, which is so cool. Like, it's neat. But it's oh god, I'm just thinking about like what would Aaron even rap about? I mean, clearly
he's the long piece.
Oh yeah, fair. Yep. Fucking motherfucking long piece.
Retro video game cipher. Hold on, has anyone done that? Retro.
Oh, let's go. There you go.
You've got like the Pong paddles. You've got it can't be anything that actually has characters in it. It's got to be like all stuff that's like no characters or like people in it.
Oh yeah.
So no Pac-Man, no anything.
Tetris.
No Mario. Yeah, Pong, Tetris.
God, what else was?
Gosh, Tron. I don't know if Tron counts because there's some stuff.
Galactia? No, not Galactia. What is it?
Galaga.
Galaga. That one there. Yeah, there you go. Galaga's flying back and forth.
Galaga. Yeah. Joust. I don't know. These are. I don't know.
There you go. But we're getting there. We're working it out. We're getting it there.
I definitely call Pong because Pong is my game.
There you go. Hell yeah. So I wanna just shift focus real quick to talking about your stuff and whatnot. But like I want to definitely talk to you. I just did the reaction this past Tuesday. It came out yesterday. I think I put out the video for Summer Rain. That good sir, Mr. Freeced, blew me the hell away. Everyone in my chat was like, Freeced can sing? And I'm like, yo, I'm as surprised as you guys are, but like, bro, I totally am 100% for it. So that was what like, I know I talked to you in DMs. You're like, I love to sing, or on comments, and so what brought about the just switching over, doing like that singing part for like the Zenitsu Summer Rain song? Was there like anything that you just wanted to do it, or did you like work up to that?
Yeah, so I like I've said, I really do like to sing, and I've been singing a long time. I mean, I've been singing longer than I've been rapping.
Oh, okay.
But like what I'm not used to at all is that like tuned sound. So I just started really. I've used auto-tune and like Melodyne on a few things that I've
Yeah, I've
made
heard
here
it.
and
Yeah.
there, but like really like just recently I've been trying to like figure out that sort of like auto-tuned like new wave rap sound, some sort of, that you'd associate with people like Pop Smoke, rest in peace, or like Post Malone, or like
Okay. Yeah.
some folks who just have that sort of very like melodic tune sound. And actually what got me into it the most was becoming friends with Ashton Larold,
Oh, okay.
or Hakujin, as he's also known in
Oh,
nerdcore.
Hakuji. Okay. I literally just was he on your thing?
He was
Was it?
on Schwabity song, the Cowboy Bebop one.
That's right. Okay, because I literally
So
I
that's
reacted to that. I was like, who the hell is Hakujin?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's Ashton Larold.
Nice. All right.
He's more known, but so as Ashton Larold, he's got a lot in his discography, his repertoire, um, that is that very like melodic, still lyrically like interesting and intricate sometimes, not necessarily just barring out, but like sort of meaningful lyrics, but also with that tuned sound,
Okay.
and he puts so much emotion into his voice too, and so yeah, like like hanging out with him, talking to him, talking a bit about his like approach to music. I was like, I want to try like some of that. I don't really know like how well I could do it, and I never tried producing anything like that before. Um, but yeah, the way the song came together, like I didn't really know what. Usually how it happens is I put a beat together, and then I figure out what the song is going to be about. So
Oh, okay.
I
So
don't
you
usually
you
go like, I'm going to
produce.
write a song. Yeah, yeah, I produce everything that
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much everything I put out.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, so usually I make the beat, and then I figure out like what I want the song to be about. So I don't go like, I want to do a song about this show, gonna make this beat. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. Like when I knew that I was doing the Bossing Say song a while back, like that beat was very much engineered to be like, because I wanted to incorporate some like water elements, because it was called like Lao Guy, and I had that whole like theme throughout it.
Okay.
So yeah, so it was really like after making the beat, I was like, you know, I've been wanting to like make another Demon Slayer song to sort of like continue this, sort of this vibe that I've been doing, because I made a Tanjiro one, I made an Inosuke one, and I was like, I want to make a Zenitsu one, but Zenitsu is annoying, nobody likes him. Um, at least, I mean, people do, but like the vibe that
Yeah.
you get from people
Yeah.
who don't like him is very vocal.
Oh yeah. This
Um,
guy sucks, and it's like, bro, he only sucks when he's awake. Do you not understand how OP he
that's
is?
right.
Like, hello.
But like, uh, but like, and a lot of the songs that you hear are like, they're just about, um, they're really just about him like when he's powerful, like the cool side of him. Or
Yeah.
like I think Rustage had a song, I think that had Shwabadi on it. Um
Oh yeah, yeah,
that had
yeah.
a little bit of the contrast between the two. It had
Mhm.
him sort of starting out, being his like weaker side, and then he like falls asleep, and then he just like goes crazy. Um, but I was like, I want to actually like lean into this sort of like, um, his just weak, like insecure, afraid, annoying side,
Mhm.
and really like explore that because I think that like in a lot of ways, and I don't think I'm the only one, but like I think like I can definitely relate to that sort of like being the person in the group that doesn't you feel like you don't like deserve to be there or like belong there,
Yep.
feeling like you're the weakest link.
That's
Like I think
definitely a mood for a lot of people. Yeah.
yeah, and I figured like this is yeah like this is not unique to me. This is This is something that I feel very strongly. It's something I think a lot of people can relate to, and so once I sort of had that vibe, I was like, I'm gonna sing on this. Like,
Hell
on this
yeah.
thing.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Um,
That's awesome.
so yeah, it kind of just it fell into place from there, and I'm really glad that it turned out as well as it did because that's always
Oh,
the
I
risk with
was
trying a new style,
yeah.
is that
I
it's gonna
was I was
it's
just
gonna
blown
suck.
away. Like as you saw from like the reaction or whatever when I was streaming, I was just like, this is like his hands down for me anyway was the best song, like your best song that has come out. And like I still have to go back and like listen to your older stuff as well. But like it's just from everything that I've heard up until that, I had like this overarching like expectation. And I was like, okay, so we're gonna see he's gonna do some really good stuff here. He's really good at barring and doing that. And it's a Zenetsu song, so I went in clearly with the assumption of okay, they're gonna talk about the him just being OP. Like that's because that's pretty much every song I've seen so far is them just talking about when he passes out or falls asleep, it's game on, Garth. He's just gonna go crazy. And then you started
Hmm.
singing about it and doing the, and I'm like, my heart. This is crazy. And then you sang on it and it just blew me away. So it was to me anyway, your best stuff so far, and I can't wait to see. I think I said it in the video. I was like, I want Freeze to sing more. So
I really appreciate that.
yeah, absolutely.
Um, and really like all the reception it's gotten so far has just been really kind.
Yeah,
Um,
it's been doing really well. It's awesome. I'm super, and I say this in like a lot of my reactions and like when I'm streaming my stuff and like I'm, I try not to, and it's not like I don't want to offend or anything like that, but I say that I don't. I don't hate music because my tastes are so over the place. So like there's times where I'll be, like the other day I tweeted out I'm listening to I'm in a country mood. I'm listening to country. Send help. Am I okay? Like you just get into those like random things where you just listen to certain music. Like I love like
sure.
my biggest like songwriter I really like was like Garth Brooks, but like I just listen to everything. It's ridiculous. So
Hmm.
with that being said, who I know you did say two of your musical inspirations. Who do you take a lot of inspiration from? That's not just from like nerdcore.
Sure. Um, so when it comes to songwriting in general, like, um, since my channel is like 99% rap and one sea shanty, it's
Hey, I
um
love that sea shanty.
like I think it would be expected that like all of my major influences are hip hop artists, and like some of them are, um, and certainly some of the biggest ones, like I already said, like Nas, Biggie, Snoop Dogg as well, like
Oh,
his
yep.
early stuff,
Love Snoop. Yep.
has really he's really influenced my flow in a lot of ways, not necessarily my lyrics, but like when it comes to sort of my philosophy of songwriting, I take way more inspiration from a lot of like old folk artists.
Oh
Um,
wow. Okay.
folk from like the 70s and 80s is some of my all-time favorite music, and even earlier. So like Dylan, uh, Leonard Cohen is an enormous influence for me.
Okay.
Like I feel uh like sometimes like 90% of just like me as a person could be explained if by like one listen through of Famous Blue Raincoat by Leonard Cohen. He's kind of known as the guy who wrote Hallelujah, but like
Oh, there he
his
is. Okay, yeah, I'm looking it up right
yeah
now because
his
I
I
want to
mean
make sure I know who we're. Because
his
the name sounds
discography
familiar.
is vast.
Oh, okay. Rest in peace. He
Yeah,
passed away in 2016.
yeah. So I believe that was the same year that took I don't remember. Maybe Leonard Nimoy as well. Might have been a bad year for Leonard's, but
Wow, what was
anyway.
he in movies too? Because he looks so familiar.
I mean, he was
Maybe.
very prolific.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow. I'm sure. I'm
his
sure.
his
I've heard his music. So.
yeah, the original version of Hallelujah is in the Watchmen movie.
Oh, okay.
Um, but yeah, so like, Famous Blue Raincoat by him, Dance Me to the End of Love by him. Like those are two songs that have a massive influence on me. Also, folks like Don McLean, um, Vincent, that song, just about, or is it called Vincent or is it called? I think it's called Vincent. And it goes like "Starry, Starry Night" is the theme to it because it's about Van Gogh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like that's sort of very like poetic type of songwriting, and literally like if you can count them as musical influences, a lot of poets are
Oh,
also among my major like lyrical influences.
oh, that's
Um,
so cool.
I just recently started doing this collaboration with What It Do, Dave, um, where
Nice.
I'm writing like poems for like long form poems for him for a series that he's doing where he does like readings of them on his channel.
Oh, that's so cool.
Um,
Okay.
and it's really cool getting to tap into that like actual poetry side because I haven't gotten a chance to do a lot of that lately. Like I grew up writing a ton of poems, reading a ton of poems. Went to went to school for English studies, read and wrote a ton of poems there. Um, but like yeah, like Robert Frost, Edgar Allan Poe, um, Rudyard Kipling actually. A ton of his
Oh, okay.
poems inspired my like sense of rhythm
Oh, that's so
and
cool.
rhyme. So yeah, it's really I think like you'll find with a lot of artists who occupy a niche, like the influences are just like this enormous sphere
I can only
that knows
imagine.
no
Yeah.
bounds. Yeah. Um, and I think that is what makes like why you can have so many artists working in a similar field and everybody brings something different. Because you ask that question to like Days of Prophecy and it's going to be something completely different.
Oh, absolutely.
You ask that to Schwabity, you might actually get a similar answer because he's super into folk as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely another person I want to get on the on the uh, on I want to call it a podcast, but it's not a podcast. But on the interviews as well. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, it's so cool that you guys are doing that. And what is this telling me? Okay, just making sure this is right. Okay, that's good. Discord was yelling at me.
Oh, it'll do that.
Yep. What are you doing? I'm recording. Shush. But yeah, it's. I want to get Schwalbe on it eventually. I'm in his server, but I don't talk much because again we're nerds and we have anxiety. Even talking in his server, I'm like I'm a nobody. I don't want. I've been talking to a lot of new and upcoming artists though that I've been reacting to on the channel. I know I've talked to Chris Craig, Jacob Cass, Kazi Eternal. I really like Kazi's like flow that and stuff that he does. Everyone, he can get into like this really like good like people call him discount Schwabity. He's like I have a good Schwabity impression, and he's done it on some of his raps, and I'm like.
Funny. Now, were you talking old Schwabity or new Schwabity?
I want to say it's newer Schwabity. I think it's interesting. Everyone's like
northern accent.
Yeah, he brings out the discount Schwab in himself, and I'm like, okay, man. And in the servers I'm in with him, that's his nickname in the servers.
Old Schwabity sounds like an anime protagonist.
Yeah, he does.
He sounds like he's in a dub.
Yep.
As the main character.
You know what? Schwabity for protagonist dubbing. Let's go. I can see it. Giving him a. I just want to see like, oh my god, just seeing like a like a nerdcore like anime like webtoon or something like God of High School, but it's all the nerdcore artists. So like you just have like say you, Schwabity, Connor, Rustage, Diggs, even DPS, Game Boy Jones. You guys are just like all in like this slice of life high school thing or like in college or whatever. Oh my god, that'd be really
I
funny.
swear for months, Explosion has been rumoring that he's gonna, put together this light novel.
Oh my
And
god. Let's
I'm looking
go.
forward to it.
That'd be so funny. Oh man. So as we're on the topic of like influences or inspirations here with like doing your raps and your tracks. What animes are you like currently like looking or favorite animes that you want to do like that you haven't done yet maybe or favorite animes that you've already done you want to do more of and just favorite animes in general that you're watching right
Yeah.
now.
So, I still haven't finished Demon Slayer, which is funny because I'm on
Moods.
3 tracks about it. But I'm definitely like looking to do more Demon Slayer songs. I'm not sure who like if there's like a specific character I would do next. I kind of want to do just like an overall like Demon Slayer core type song that's more like referencey rather than being like a character rap.
Mhm.
Um, I would get somebody on that probably. Don't know who. Um, but like Wonder Egg Priority. That is the main show right now that I'm watching.
That sounds familiar.
A lot of us are watching it right now. It's really new. But like I'm watching it with Schwabity and some others.
Oh
And
yeah, okay. I heard who was it? I want to say Aki Dearest talked
okay,
about it.
I first heard about it from Lily Pichu's Twitter.
Oh
She
okay.
mentioned it, and I was like, oh, okay, let me check this out.
Oh,
But
yeah,
yeah,
it
so every
looks
week we've been like Schwabity and let's see who else, Frost and some others have been watching it.
nice,
And
awesome.
we all watch it, we all laugh, we all cry together. It's a good time. But I've written the hook, like the music and the hook for like a Wonder Egg Priority song, and
Nice. All right.
I'm still figuring out how to produce it because it's very like cinematic, very orchestral, and I'm like, do I need to get like 12 violinists in here to like
Oh
record
yeah,
this,
right.
or
Oh no.
just call Hala CG and be like, can you record violin parts for this
Nice.
and piano part? Just have her do the song.
There you
Run the
go.
music. I don't
Here,
need
I
it.
wrote this, but it's for you.
Yeah, that's one that would be I don't know if it would have any rap on it at all. That would be I think purely singing, but very like sort of like um what's the sort of like musical style as in like Broadway.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
like
Yep.
very like I don't know what to say other than like cinematic or like Broadway. Um
And it would be
but
also like I would imagine also very like it would be very emotional and bringing a
yeah,
lot of
yeah. So
emotion into it.
that wouldn't be like a sort of like an autotune style song. That would be just sort of, raw freest wannabe theater kid uh vibes. Um that would also be my like, wannabe composer aspect too,
Okay,
because
yeah,
every
absolutely.
once in a while I get on this kick and I'm like, I'm gonna write some sheet music. I'm gonna be a real composer, because I can. It's very tedious.
I was gonna say that you that has to just that yeah be, like I say in a lot of my videos. I'm like I'm not a producer. I don't know how to like do any of this. I'm currently like in talks with Kazi and Jacob to maybe do a track for myself because I don't even know how I would sound rapping. I can't rap to save my life. I can't sing to save my life. I'm pretty sure, at least in my eyes, I'm tone deaf. So that's going to be interesting. They've been helping me along. I've been trying to do a Sabuza thing because he's my favorite villain from Naruto. So it's like I want to.
I think everybody like has their own voice, and like once you find that, you'd be surprised at what you can do with it.
Yeah, I'm trying. I gotta try and deliver it on in like Audacity and send it to them and be like, what did I do wrong? And like maybe they
Yeah,
can give me critiques and stuff. But
I feel like if you've ever heard Shaquille O'Neal rap, it's like the most inspiring thing because it's dope. Like
oh
Shaquille
okay.
O'Neal is dope when he raps, and you're like, That's Shaquille O'Neal. There's
yeah,
no reason on earth why he should be good at this, but he
yeah.
kind of kills it.
Oh
Like
no!
it
All
really
right, yeah.
does.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Hell yeah! All right.
Oh, for sure, for
I'm
sure.
pretty sure I've seen it. Like it, it's one of those things. Like there's so much content now that you forget that you've seen it. It's one of
Yeah, for
those
sure.
things. Um, but yeah, so with uh, so you have the Wondering Priority coming on that you want to do.
Mhm.
Any other like future plans that you might want to talk about or that you're looking to do?
Yeah, like just musically or like in general.
In general, and I mean, it doesn't even matter. Like, I want to ask you like, we're gonna talk about like what your dream collaboration would be, either just like nerd
Yeah,
chorus or
sure.
like stuff like that.
Okay, so like, um, I the show that I keep coming back to and keep wanting to make like more and more songs about until I can't possibly do it anymore is Haikyuu because it is my favorite currently airing show. Like ever since I
Fuck no.
saw the first episode, I was just like, this
It's a
is my
beautiful
show.
show. I actually have to start it, and
Yeah.
it's that's just me being bad. Like I say in a lot of my videos, it's like I I know what this is. I've seen it, but I haven't watched it yet. Don't at me in the
Yeah.
comments. I know, but
So
I've
I know sometimes people don't watch or don't get around to watching shows because they don't want like just because they don't want to have to wait to watch the sub or whatever. But like, I don't know if you watch subs or dubs or if it matters to you. But I will say the Haikyuu dub is like my favorite. I never watch dubs, and I'm currently rewatching Haikyuu as the dub because the
oh
dub is
wow,
so good.
oh
So if
wow.
you just watch it, watch the like if you just want to watch the dub, if that's easier, if that's like means you'll watch it, absolutely do that
Oh
because it's
damn! All right,
fantastic.
yeah, I do. I prefer like subs and stuff, but it doesn't really bother me any, unless like the dub's like really bad. That I'm just like,
Hmm.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go and watch this in
I mean,
sub now.
I love the sub as well. There's a couple voices in the dub that I actually prefer over the sub, which is
Oh wow,
I
okay.
have never said that about any other show.
Oh okay, nice. Yeah,
It's really incredible.
I'm gonna have to just like I do so much like with my with doing the because I'm awful and I decided that I wanted to upload 3 videos a day on my YouTube channel and I do
It's a
all of
lot.
that. That's a lot, and I do it all in one day, and then I
Yeah.
do it over the course of the week, and then I also stream like 4 to 5 days as well as
Hmm.
aside from the face cam I do the VTuber stuff, so it's like
Right.
I do a lot, and then like I get done with it, and I go
It's hard
pick
to
a.
find time.
It sucks, but like I just have to. Like, at this point now, I just for me I know I'm just making the excuse. I don't have time, and it's like you have the time. I'm sitting here watching when I'm not doing anything YouTube. I can be watching an anime instead. So like
Yeah.
it's
I
one
mean,
of those I just
sometimes
have to switch it over.
it's about energy levels too. Like
Yeah.
I I totally get and I think more people like need to be aware either for like their own sake or for other people's sake that like just because you're not currently doing anything else does not mean that you have you're like in the mental space to do whatever other thing somebody thinks you should be doing,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know.
Fair.
So it's
Yeah.
nothing is more important than like your own mental health,
Yeah.
taking care of making sure you're in a good headspace for you. But I do think that high Q will put you in a very good mental space.
Absolutely. Yeah, I have so many friends in the VTuber community that have been like, you need to watch it. I'm like, absolutely. I gotta sit down and do it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's
I think my first cipher that I do on my channel will very likely be Haikyuu. I've been
nice.
setting up this idea that I've been kicking around for a while. So
Sweet. I can't wait.
you might see that in like a few months, hopefully.
Sweet. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say with like ciphers and stuff like that. What's I'm trying to think of like how to like word this. What's like the appropriate amount of time like for you anyway to have like a cipher turnaround, or do you know I know Rustage does a lot. I know everyone's done a lot of them. What's like either the appropriate turnaround for a cipher, and what's the fastest you've ever seen someone turn around a cipher?
You mean like from like start to finish, like I'm gonna do a cipher and then uploading it,
Yeah,
basically?
basically.
Um, hmm. Let's see. I know that some ciphers come about very quickly. Um, but like I think pretty much anything that I've been on, I've had some really fast turnaround personally. Like when Shwabadi asked me to be on the Haikyuu cipher last year, um, the way the way it happened was he messaged me and he was like, "Have you ever seen Haikyuu?" And I was like, I can." And he's like, can you how much can you watch in a week?" Because I've got this cipher. I was like,
Nice.
all of it, I guess. I ended up watching like a season and a half, 2 seasons. And then yeah, like a week and a half later, I had my verse that still have people quoting back at me, after a year, hitting me with
Nice.
just fervor when I show up anywhere. Just the word fervor.
Fervor. Fervor.
Um,
Did
but
I think I
I
think
mean,
I did that one.
there's I think there's a sweet spot, and I think it's different for everybody. But like, um, if there's like an ideal time, I think an ideal turnaround time for a cipher is like a month. Uh, which you're not always able to find somebody who's like free to get it in that time. So
Yeah.
maybe like up to 2 months. I think that if the turnaround time is too long, then you risk people just like forgetting or just like continually pushing back your cipher. Like I'm fully guilty of this. Like being on ciphers that have a very like distant turnaround date. And so I'm like, okay, cool. I'll do that later. And then the turnaround date comes and I'm like, I didn't do that
Oh
later. And then I got to, then I got
then
to
you
go
got
back to the
crunch
person and
time.
be
Yep.
like, yo,
I'm
can't believe
sorry.
this. And then they're like invariably they're always like, oh, it's cool. Like I'm still waiting on 3 other verses as well. But then I'm like, oh, cool, I have more time. I'll do it later. So
It's
it's
a
a kind of a
never ending.
cycle.
Yep.
So
That's so
I don't
funny.
recommend it.
Yeah. No.
I
That's.
think like I said, it varies. I mean, because it might be the kind of thing where you're in a voice chat with 5 other 5 other homies, and like someone's like, we should do a cipher about this, and then someone's in the call and they're like, oh, well, I don't know, like I got FL open, let me make a beat, and so then they make a beat, everybody hears it, and you're like, yeah, this is kind of dope. And then like they start throwing ideas around. People start sending in verses. You might have a cipher turnaround that's a few days or a week. Like
Oh wow, that's
it's
so cool.
I mean I've had collabs happen like that frequently. Not ciphers, but like just
I mean,
being
look at ours. Our
I
collab happened in a week, and I mean, it's just an interview, but it was
yeah,
quick.
but like just being like I think I'm finding recently more than anything just like being in a call with a bunch of people and somebody saying check out this beat, like, and somebody else going, this can I hop on this, like, that happens so frequently now. Like that is the number one source of collabs. So like yeah, I'll surprised when a project of together like super quickly.
That's so cool. Yeah, that's that. Oh man, I look forward to seeing all the ciphers and everything that you're doing in the future. It's gonna be super cool. But yeah, back to like the future stuff. Anything that you have coming up that you want to tease, or is everything kind of on the back burner for you right now?
And I just want to make sure you're still there.
Oh, yep. There we go. I see
Oh
you.
cool, you're back, you're back, you're back.
My bad.
um it's probably internet. So yeah, stuff coming up. um as far as like music stuff, I don't think I have anything too crazy planned for like the next few weeks or month or so. I think that like um I'm trying to not exactly take it easy, but like put out just some like consistent, just sort of some consistent stuff like I've been doing, continually leveling up until I get to that next, because doing a track like the Zenitsu track, like if I tried to do that every week, I would burn out in like a month.
Oh,
There's
absolutely.
so much effort that goes into that.
Yeah.
So some weeks it's like, okay, I need to prioritize. I need to make a beat that is not incredibly, complex or difficult. I need to write a song that is not incredibly complex or difficult, but still good. Put that out, and then like in the meantime, keep working on other stuff. Reach out to people, get those collabs and whatever. Multitasking is really the key.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's as far as like some folks I'm hoping to work with soon. I'm hoping to get like Hala CG on a song soon.
Nice.
I know I've been talking to like Sailor as well.
I love the female artists in this community. They kill it all the time.
Oh, for sure. Um, yeah, I gotta get. You know, now I'm thinking about it. I gotta get digs on my channel. I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like every week I want to collab with Mir Blackwell. The only thing that stops me is knowing that like I cannot I cannot like in good conscience only collab with one person. But if I could only pick one person to collab with, it might be Mir Blackwell.
Yeah, Mayor Blackwell. He's. I've
I
seen
just
him everywhere. He's doing so great. And like, what was it? I think it was this past week or no, it was last week. Like Diggs was everywhere. Diggs was on
oh for
like
sure.
4 different features. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And then he's also dropping his
Yeah,
own track with features. I'm like, dude,
yeah,
power to you, man. That would burn me out in like a week.
yeah. As far as just like other folks I'm like hoping to work with, on either on like their channel probably or like because I don't know what project I would even conceive of to like have them on my channel with. But yeah, I really hope I get to work with DPS sometime this year. I think that'd be dope.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
Um, and Rustage and I are kind of throwing around some ideas, so
nice,
that
cool.
might be something to look out for at some point this year. No idea when.
Yeah,
Um,
who knows? This year, this
yeah,
year is going to be crazy. But I mean, I listen to a lot of Munfu Prophet and Screwface Jean.
yeah,
I'm in very much the same boat with them when it comes to like the genre or like the community of nerdcore itself being on the rise, and it's going to be changing over the next year here. And I see the change being very positive, and it's going to take a lot of people by storm. I think a lot of people are starting to realize like, hey, this isn't just about anime and video games and science. This is actually good music that people are pumping out almost every single
yeah.
week.
One thing that I'm seeing a lot of, and I'm a really big fan of, is the like VTuber and nerdcore communities merging a lot. So
Yeah,
a lot of nerdcore artists are sort of like making small forays into like the VTuber world, either by like becoming VTubers, or just like becoming friends with VTubers. Um, I recently just like started talking a little bit to Waifu Baby, and I'm just like I'm a huge fan of her music,
oh, Waifu Baby's
and
awesome. I love her stuff.
yeah, and like that's another like collab I would just absolutely love if that
Hell
happened.
yeah.
Um,
Her two new
but like
tracks are fire.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I was just like, I was driving back from where was I coming back from? I think it was like the day that I went and like picked up my my car, that I'm driving these days. But on the way back, I was just like blasting Waifu Baby the whole way
Nice.
back. I'm just like fit one, fit two,
Two,
fit three,
three.
fit.
Yeah, I was doing that the other day. I don't even know what the hell I
Gotta,
was. I got up and I got ready, and then I was like, fuck, I gotta do dishes. So I went out and
yeah,
I was like, what do I want to listen to today? I have my nerdcore playlist, and I'm looking, and I'm like, and then I was just like, waifu baby, and I put that
Waifu
on, and
Baby.
I was just like, all
Yeah,
right, I guess this is what today is.
yeah. Oh, she's so talented
Mhm.
and like just so entertaining, and she just has
Yep.
such a good grasp on like uh really I think like well like I said, just like she is entertaining and she has a great grasp on entertaining, like
Mhm.
the verb,
Yeah,
um
I
just
love
like
when I get a chance to catch her streams.
being kind
She's
of
always having fun,
an icon. Yeah.
so that's super cool.
Yeah, just adore waifu and so many other like um VTubers. I just realized recently just um like how many VTubers I've become a fan of or become friends with in the past few months, like without really like seeming to seek that out. It's just sort of like really just like a worlds colliding thing.
Yeah, I
Um,
was gonna say,
like just my friends just like sending me clips, or like I'll be in a stream and we go raid a VTuber.
nice.
So now I'm in there. So it's like I guess I'm just like a VTuber fan now. Like I
I
didn't really
appreciate
plan for
that.
it
Thank
to.
you. Me producing VTuber content. I appreciate that. Yeah, the VTuber community, even though, and it's like any other community. There's, there is the ups and downs for it. There is the drama llama. There is the toxicity. But just like in like nerdcore, how you have like the clout chasing and stuff. Any community has that, and sometimes it could be more pronounced in the VTuber community because you have a lot of like the Twitter warriors and stuff like that that
Mhm.
get put the smoke out there, and a lot of us, me
Yeah.
included, I don't even look at it per se because it doesn't really affect me. I just let it go. If it's eventually going to like affect one of my friends in the community, then I'll step in and be like, hey, y'all just need to calm down and chill out. But
Yeah.
but it
I think there's a lot of sort of like out of pocket stand behavior
yeah.
that comes with, not that nerdcore is like innocent of that,
Hmm.
but I don't know. I think I see a lot of like similarities when it crops up like between, like certain parts. Obviously, I would not characterize the VTuber community this way, but
Hmm.
like certain parts of the VTuber community, and same with sort of the stereotype, I guess, is like K-pop stands. Um,
Yeah.
can't again, not that I am like characterizing any of these groups by this, but those pockets,
Yeah, yeah, you have the ones that take it to such a level that
for
it's
sure.
very uncomfortable and can be toxic in a
Yeah,
way. So
yeah,
I definitely get it. It's there. I see it a lot.
yeah.
So
But I mean,
unfortunately,
I think like again, it's like it's not the thing that characterizes any of these
yeah,
communities.
no, absolutely not.
Um,
It's unfortunate that because it's one of the things of like because it's the toxic part. Those are the more vocal people.
for sure.
So
Yeah,
that's why it sees more light because those are the more vocal people about it. But
definitely.
you just got to let it run off and not worry about it. But
Yeah.
I do appreciate you being a VTuber fan. That's super cool. So I hopefully see in one of my streams maybe eventually. We'll see.
Oh,
Uh,
dope.
I'm not the best, but I play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. So
Love it.
um, but I don't think I want to keep you any much longer. But I will ask you just one other question here. One something that I want to just end the series off with because this is how I end it with my VTuber podcast that I do as well. And it can be multiple answers or just one concrete thing. But being a creator on the platform of YouTube, what's been one of your biggest pains and biggest pleasures of doing the content on YouTube so far?
Sure. So, let's see. A biggest pain. I think I wouldn't I would call this more of like a me problem than a YouTube problem.
Okay.
um but as somebody with it's like strong ADHD, and kind of coupled with anxiety, like
Yeah.
something that is difficult for me no matter what platform I'm on is like finding the motivation to consistently put up content, creating a song every week, uploading that. Now I've got my second channel going, like I'm doing like reaction streaming and everything.
Nice.
Sticking to a schedule is difficult for me. Um and it is
I feel
definitely,
that.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely easy to feel swamped or to feel like something can be relentless. Um I'm always like super glad when I see one of like the, bigger YouTubers saying like, "Hey, it's January, CPM is down. I'm going to take the month off just like for my mental health." Like I love to see that. I hope to get to that point where I can just take a month off and it
Yeah.
not affect my channel. Um but like on, sort of coupled with that and on the flip side of that, the I would say like my biggest pleasure with it is um the reason why I'm able to like keep a consistent schedule and keep doing it, and that is like purely like the friends that I've made doing this.
Hell yeah.
The other people that are doing the same thing, that can relate to all of the same like little problems, and like joys that I have every week because they're all doing the same thing, they're all going through it. um Getting to collaborate with people, just getting to talk to people, like, I mean, that's the thing, like, you know when you're out here making nerdcore raps, like it's you you meet somebody, maybe just for the purpose of working on a song, but then it gets to be a few months down the line, and you're getting messages at 3 in the morning, you talking about your feelings, like because
Hell
it's
yeah,
it's a
yep.
real friendship, like
Yeah, absolutely.
it's definitely a thing that transcends like content,
Yeah, that's
and
good.
that's something that I just like has become such an enormous part of my life. I would say the biggest part of my life is just like how like the friends that I made, and just um the extent that I've just like grown attached to these people.
So cool.
So that's really been it, more than like any like success of any like video or like numbers, or even like the numbers that I hope to achieve on any platform. It's like it's the people that I've met, that I've worked with, and that I've become friends with, for sure.
Awesome. That's so cool. And I know that this is definitely, hopefully anyway, a budding friendship here. Definitely. It was super fun to hang out with you. Hell yeah, let's go. It's been super awesome to get your side of things and interview you and talk about everything, especially about like Summer Rain. That one really, like, that hit me hard. That was like, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this series I want to put on my channel, and after hearing Summer Rain, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go and ask Freeced, and I was like, let's go. It was super fun. Or actually, it was prior to Summer Rain when you were like, yo, hit me up. So it made more it
Sure.
so cool. So I just want to say thanks, Freeced. It was super cool, man. I appreciate hanging out with me as long as you did, over an hour. Jesus. Sorry to take up some of your time. I know you're a busy
Not
man
at all.
over there. But thank you again, and thank you guys for watching the video. I appreciate it. Big shout outs to Freeced, and please, I will have his channel linked in the description down below, and go subscribe to him while you're at it, please. If you enjoy the content that I am making, come on over, drop me a subscribble as well. Make sure you like this video, share it around with your friends, comment down below who you want to see me maybe interview in the future. I know I'm going to try and do this at least once a month, depending on my mental state and whoever I can reach out to and figure out. Thanks again so much, Freece. I will catch you in the next one, all right?
Thank you.
Absolutely. And remember, everybody, life's always better with a little PvP. Catch you all in the next one. Boomer out.